and they're harping on it all the time.
I just want to go on food insecurity.
Yeah.
Let look as
I am giving an holistic view to insecurity.
To the insecurity, but
food aspect is pertinent, is important too. It's an aspect of insecurity.
That's just one of it.
So, when you look at insecurity in this nation, you discover that we all know some of the root causes of insecurity, and you refuse to tackle it. Like the herdsmen problem. We know herdsmen are giving us problem, and to solve it, you have to look at the nation and fashion out different solutions for each region of the nation. It is not the way insecurity affects the north that it affects the south.
Now, let me just settle it down now. Just want to see one of the senators, that's Senator Jimo Ibrahim, before I hand over to Fatai. He said he informed the other distinguished in the upper chamber of 277 guns within the 1 kilometer of the National Assembly complex, as indicated by his school. Then, how would you look at security in this aspect, the effort of this government in security?
So you are saying that, excuse me, you are saying that those things that are cut across along that way.
Jimo Ibrahim said it that, but his phone indicated that 277
were found around the place.
Guns in the kilometer away to the National Assembly complex. How do you
let me react to that. I regret.
The problem that is trying to showcase is not peculiar to the National Assembly. It is a general problem in Nigeria. When you look at the rate ammunition is entering the country, it's as if we are in a state of war.
Ammunition?
Yes, you will be afraid. The recent catch by the customs gives one fear. When they are raid the ammunition collected from illegal importation of ammunition, you marvel, you wonder whether this country is in a state of war.
But there are customs at borders, at the seaport, at the airport, and the land border. You have customs there, you have immigration and other security.
But those customs they've said that found those things. What are their job? What are they doing?
I said they found it, meaning that they are doing their job.
That's fine.
They found it, and they are showcasing it to everybody to see what they have found. And let us know the fact that there is no way custom can discover all illegal entries into the country.
Yeah, that's it.
Some are so well packaged. Imagine, okay, take the case of there was one peculiar case that I will remember that when I was a young reporter. Okay, I remember somebody importing dogs into the country, ferocious dogs into the country all the time, and they will look at the dogs and they will allow them to, not knowing that the dogs are sitting on drugs.
On drugs?
Yes, it is a padded cage.
With the dog there?
Under the padded cage, they have sealed it up. Iron cage, sealed it up again with another iron. But underneath, the ceiling is packed
with drugs.
To approach dogs is enough problem, not to talk of
going to
so they just look at the dogs, count them, and say, okay.
But what does that interpret? What are you saying about on that?
So what I'm trying to say is that the way illegal items enter the country cannot be confronted or solved by customs alone. The attitude of us too is important.
What?
The attitude of all of us, the attitude of Nigerians. Yes. But it is.
Which kind of approach do you want them to exhibit that they are, behavioral concern in it?
What I'm trying to drive at is that our moral attitude to this kind of something is important too. first and foremost, lot of us has cultivated taste for foreign goods. So when they are bringing in so tomatoes, you think, well, it's tomato, whereas each tin of tomato is packed with drug, and you won't know. So attitude of Nigerians first and foremost, to say no to drugs is important, because there is no way.
Say no to every drug, or one that are not.
Say no to drugs. When we talk of drugs abuse, we are talking of drugs. And the attitude of all of us should be that we are against these drugs. But then now, let's zero down on our customs. How well do we train them? How often do we prune them? Look at those bad legs amongst them, and how well are they paid? How well are they safeguarded against confronting
their work?
Against confronting importation of ammunition or any other ills like that? Because those importing arms is just like in foreign nations too. You see, they are so well prepared. They are prepared to kill, to do anything, to safeguard their money.
Okay. So by the time we come back from the break, we'll continue with the discussion.
Oníkìjì, èmi mo ránṣẹ́ sí ọ. Ìdí tí mo sì fi ní kó o yọjú sí mi ni pé o mọ̀ pọ́lá lọ́dún Ògún wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá.
Wo ìbọn tí ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ mi. Ìbọn tó ń wò yìí ò ń ṣe ìbọn lásán.
Wọ́n ti dáná wa o. Wọ́n á kó ẹrù mi kù kan. Gbogbo ẹrù mi pátá ni wọ́n kó.
Ẹ wá gbọ́ o, omi tuntun tí owó báyẹn jà kó tó ṣe ti wọnú ẹ̀. Ẹ̀gbọ́n náà ṣé ogun láyé ni? Ṣé bá a ti jagun àjàṣẹ́gun àti jagun àjàṣẹ́tẹ̀?
Bàbá wa, ṣùgbọ́n ní tí ìlú bá dà, àwọn olóyè ló máa ń kọ́kọ́ mọ̀. Àmọ́ ìlú ìdá púpọ̀ àwa.
Let's look at now. Do you foresee any sabotage in this aspect of this quality?
Mo bí sì mú aṣẹ̀ṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú àkọlé. Do you foresee any sabotage?
Nation, you can see that all regions are agitating for regional independence, and there are other subgroups. Take a group that is saying that all Western civilization is around. Boko Haram. Boko means West. That all Western civilization is around. So, and when you say that Nigerians, we all love our country, is another take to it. So we cannot erode, sabotage.
So in your own judgment, the issue
my
of
own
all of our
judgment
country is...
Nigeria, we hailed it, but not all of us are hailing Nigeria.
Okay, Nigeria we hailed it.
Yes,
That's
not all
now
of us are hailing Nigeria.
Old national become new national.
Yes, even the old anthems when you say arise, O compatriots, how many of us are compatriots that are truly compatriots that love this country to itself? It's only the poor that love this country to their heart. And the others are there to...
So the rich, the elites, yeah.
Our elites are, we have to really subject them. You see, when you say coup or anything happening, take that of Ghana. It's the elites you are going to face. They are the ones that are not leading right. Yes, they are the ones that are not organizing the nation into growth.
So in your judgment, our elites, or the leaders, they are not doing right. So,
well, we have the problem of followership too. I will not lay the blame to leaders alone. And I will not want you to let me zero down on leaders alone. We have the problem of followership too. Because the greatest problem we have is followership itself. Because if you are going to be a leader now, the moment you are going there, me as a follower will come to your house and tell you, it's your own time, go and chop.
Before I hand over to Fatai, somebody said that our National Assembly members, they don't have interest of Nigerians at heart. How do you react to that? Is it true? Actually, what is that mean?
I won't say they don't have our own interest at heart, but of course they protect their own interest first. I don't. If you want to say selfish interest, I agree, but I would rather say their pockets. They see how, because, and when you look at it, it is not their fault. This nation is going. It's not the fault of anybody. Nigeria does not take care of his past. Those he has used. Look at soldiers, for example. You use them and dump them, and they die in penury. The retired ones, you see them lining up. Even retired soldiers, retired anybody, they die on the line. They die at bank. You don't take care of the past, and you want the future to be glorious. That's another factor. If we take care of our past, the future, everybody will know that. I would rather. Nobody wants to be a civil servant now, but if you go there, it is to make your money, and that's why somebody that is on level 6 will build mansions. Everybody is there to just rake in, because Nigeria will not take care of you. They will tell us it's your time. Hey, if you fail, that's the end of it. And of course it is.
It's your time.
Of course it is. If you do not take money now, I don't know.
Let's call you.
But do you have anything for?
We've been belaboring this issue of insecurity in Nigeria over time, and at this pertinent time. So what are the measures do we put in place so as to start seeing it working? Because we are just belaboring it, discussing it on the radio and the newspaper. Okay. So what pertinent question? I mean,
thank you. Yeah. I'm not a security expert. I cannot lay out for you one by one the steps to take. But we all know that there are steps to take that are not being taken. But the most important thing first is what I said earlier, that attitude of Nigerians to growth, attitude of the nation to growth matters most. We are not doing the right thing right. We have a National Orientation Agency, NOA. Is there no way doing anything about morality in Nigeria, the moral of bringing of people? Talk to them. Take this new national anthem now. Have they gone on campaign to be shouting, Nigeria, we hail thee, let us all hail this nation, let us all walk right, we are not doing enough about moral beginning. So our attitude to growth, our attitude to security, our attitude to everything, everybody, the policy we are using in Nigeria is that everybody for himself, God for us all. So you discover that even when you employ a security guard, it is not for the streets. Sometimes it is the poor that are employed for the streets. You employ for your own house.
Daily employ for their own house.
The leaders employ security
publisher
for their own.
So I want you to emphasize on this, Noah, and I want to say that what actually are the mechanism, the societal mechanism you expect them to use from the government so that they can get to the grassroots of educating people
to change their orientation.
Even in the area of parental too, we should start to do something about that. Orientation.
Parental that you have mentioned in an aspect of raising our morals.
Yeah.
Yes. And we should work more on that.
Yeah.
You discover that there are more street urchins. You discover more people, most children walking the streets without anything to do. I've seen instances at this Okelewo when I see young children begging, and I call one of them, what is wrong with you? He said, my mother is even waiting at home for whatever I collect. Poverty could be an aspect to that, but government should really do something about our moral. The aspect you asked me to do is the aspect where sociologists are concerned. Our sociologists, they just graduate without. Sociologists are bound to do more research, questionnaire, know where problems are, and they bring out ways to solve it. We are not doing that enough.
Okay.
And that is because even government do not care for sociologists. If you talk about it now, they say sociology. What is this sociology? Leave that one go. And you discover sociologists that are supposed to be experts are working in banks and working at more lucrative
establishments.
So
what you are saying in essence now is that the work of sociology must be emphasized.
Every aspect, everybody, you must see everybody as important.
Okay.
See what even ASU members are fighting about. If an ASU member now asks for support for his research on cockroach, he will laugh at him and not say, have you done enough research on human being, not talk of cockroach? Whereas a research on cockroach could bring out a better result that will
assist
that will dovetail into human beings, animals, plants.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. So that should be another day for that discussion. We want to dwell much on Noah and other factors
that have to do with
our nation, security, and we want to say thank you for this edition. You want to explain this on this note. You want to map up the program. I've been there for this way, but with me is Fatal.
Yeah, comrade Kayo did the word Fatal.
So can you say goodbye to for viewers today? Next week. We want to thank you for visiting our guest today. God bless you for sparing your time.
And people sharing your knowledge with us. Yeah.
Thank you. Over time, you say goodbye, and until next week I come your way. What do you mean, your friends on Nstv Lagos? Bye for now. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Oníkìjì èmi mo ránṣẹ́ sí ọ ìdí tí mo sì fi ní kó o yọjú sí mi ni pé o mọ̀ pọ́lá lọ́dún Ògún wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá.
Wo ìbọn tí ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ mi ìbọn tó ń wò yìí ò ń ṣe ìbọn lásán.
wọ́n ti dẹ́dọ̀ wá wọ́n á kó ẹrù mi kù kan gbogbo ẹrù mi pátá ni wọ́n kó.
ẹ wá gbọ́ o omi tuntun tí owó báyẹn jà kó ṣe ti wọnú ẹ. ẹ̀gbọ́n náà ṣé ogun láyé ni ṣé bá a ti jagun àjàṣẹ́gun a ti jagun àjàṣẹ́tẹ̀.
bàbá wa ṣùgbọ́n ní tí ìlú bá dà àwọn olóyè ló máa ń kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ àmọ́ ìlú ìdá púpọ̀ àwa.